Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and this is Jar of Fireflies. Here I make videos all about my life as an Orthodox Jewish homeschooling mother of 4. And tonight starts Hanukkah. All right, so Hanukkah starts tonight and I'm going to be filming the entire Hanukkah just to kind of take you guys through and so you can kind of see what Hanukkah is like for us as an Orthodox Jewish family. And I'll start out by saying it's probably not a whole lot different than most other days except for the nights, which is when we kind of will celebrate Hanukkah. But Hanukkah is a more minor holiday in our Jewish calendar. It just gets kind of commercialized, I guess, because it's close to Christmas, but that is okay. That said, it is still a holiday that my family greatly enjoys. All right, so today is a school day and I am not at all ready for school. Okay, let me just back this train up a little bit. So today is Sunday, which means yesterday was Shabbat, and I did not clean up anything last night from Shabbat. Everything is literally still on, there's still food on the table. It's crazy. But baby Firefly was just really not having it. He was super tired and worn out last night, so I could not stay up and clean, and that is okay. So my husband tried to put him to sleep and hang out with him and everything, but he just wasn't having it. He wanted me, and that's okay, because it's kind of nice to be somebody's favorite. So then I woke up this morning and got straight to work on the kids' gifts, which I got this great idea that I should hand make my kids gifts for Hanukkah this year, which would be fine, except that I have a baby. Babies don't really care if you sew or not. So here I am trying to sew all these gifts for my kids, and I have a baby who's like, no, play with me, love me, feed me, do the things with me. So yeah, my plan was to stay up last night and clean the kitchen and make the gifts. And well, you already know how well that worked out. So I woke up this morning at a little bit before 6, came out here. Baby Firefly was like, no, take me. So I took him, and then I'm starting to get to work and I get the tiny little bit of work done, and then Baby Firefly is like, no, feed me, love me, play with me, be with me. So yeah, that didn't really work out this morning either. So I got I don't know, 5 minutes of work done. So I just got Baby Firefly down for his morning nap, but then I have this very messy dining room / kitchen. I have not set up for school today at all, and today is a school day for us. And I'm supposed to be hand making these gifts. And I'm honestly sitting here a little bit so overwhelmed that I just want to play games on my phone. But I also don't know where to start. I don't know which one is the most important, because I feel like they all need to get done, and they all need to get done right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the mess. I was just literally, I'm thinking this out as I speak with you guys. I'm going to leave the mess. I'm going to work on the gifts because Baby Firefly is asleep, so I can focus on that. Actually, 3 out of 4 kids are asleep, so I can focus on that. I can clean the kitchen up a little bit later, and I can set up for school a little bit later, because I have a plan for school. Setting up for school would probably take 5 minutes, but I just don't need to spend that 5 minutes doing that right now. Okay. So that's my plan. I've already forgotten the plan. I'm making gifts. That's the plan. All right, I don't know how much I'm going to film. I may just film a couple of snippets because I really just want to focus on getting the work done. But all right, let's go. So for this particular gift, I definitely had a plan. I knew what I wanted to make him right away, and I had a pattern, which is a pattern that I must have printed a million years ago, but it was really nice that I didn't have to search for a pattern online. I had a pattern already, and I was able to just really cut the pieces and whip it out. I've made this project in adult sizes before, so this was super easy to make in a kid size. It's just the same process, just a shorter time, but there was no really thinking about this project. It was just doing, and that was really nice. Okay, we are making some good progress. I just finished this gift, so let me see if I can get it in the camera here. So you can tell what it is. So it's an apron I don't think he can hear me. It's an apron. So this is for little dude because he's been doing a ton of cooking and stuff with me lately. A lot of helping me around the kitchen and things like that. So I made him this so that he can be properly attired for our kitchen adventures. Okay, so that one is done. I had cut most of the pieces for that last night. That was like what I did in my 5 minutes. And then I just was able to sew that together this morning. Okay, the second gift I also already have done. I've been hiding it back there. This one's for my daughter. So I actually made this one a few years ago, but I know it's something that she will love and I would literally just make her a new one. So why would I make a new one when I already have one made? So since this has been kind of hidden in a box, I am just gonna give her this one. It's handmade by me, it just wasn't made like today. That is okay. All right. So the last gift that I am working on, I actually got this idea from a podcast, and then I went and explored the Instagram page that they were talking about, and it was like a journal thing, and it was where there was a bunch of different journals that were all enclosed inside of like one journal case kind of a thing. So it was like a cover that you put these inserts in. I was like, that's really cool. Maybe I can make that. You know what? It's like the joke online. It's like, why would I buy that for 99 cents when I can make it for $99 worth of craft supplies? Yeah, that's where we're at with all of this. But they're made with love. They're made with love. Okay, so the journal inserts that I put together last night. So I made these, I printed off on cardstock, the cover sheet, and then I just put the pages in. So this one is a commonplace book. So this is where you would write quotes you hear, things like that that you want to remember. And so I just printed off some lined paper to put inside of that one. And then the next one is a book of firsts. So this is something that as you're exploring nature throughout the year, you might say, oh, well, that is the first green leaf on a tree that I've seen this year, or that's the first dandelion, or that's the first baby bird, or, that's the first leaf that I saw fall off a tree, or that's the first acorn on the ground. Like whatever the thing is, you'll put it in here. And so I just printed off some lined sheets so he can put the date and then what he sees. And then I just have one page for each of the months. Next, a narration journal. Pretty self-explanatory, I guess. It's where when my son finishes reading something for school, he has to narrate for me, and mostly he does oral narration. So he's just speaking the words to me, telling me in his own words what he saw, but I want him to start writing some of his narrations also. So he's gonna start writing them, and I thought it would be cool to have a special journal to do that in. And this one is just more of the lined pages. And then the last one, this one is just blank inside, but it's a sketchbook. So it's just somewhere for him to have some doodles and fun and do his drawing and things like that. We do drawing for school each week, but he can choose to use it for that or just do anything. And then this one is just blank inside. So I put those books together last night, just using the printer and my computer. And so I just need to sew the cover for that today. Okay, it's gonna work out. Okay, so yeah, that is that, and let's continue. Okay, now this project definitely required a lot of thinking. I needed a plan, and I didn't really have a plan going into this morning. I just had like a vague idea of what I wanted to do, but not really a clue as to how to execute it. I knew I had this really stiff, firm, kind of foamy stuff that I use when I'm making handbags and things like that. So I figured that would be really good for making the cover. And yeah, definitely a good call in hindsight now. So I knew that I wanted to use that, and I found a piece that already had some sticky stuff on there. Sticky stuff, I don't know, it's like a double-sided thing that you iron on one side and it sticks to the fabric, and then, or sticks to the foamy stuff, and then you iron your fabric on top of that and it makes the two stick together. So I don't have to worry about like puckering of fabric or anything like that. So that was really nice. And I just kind of pieced it all together, pinned it all together. And kind of as I was going, I kind of thought through the process of, okay, how am I going to attach these things? How do I want this to be? And how do I want it to close? And just started finding pieces around my craft room that were going to work for everything. So I found some ribbon to make the clothes, and I found some I don't know, like some hemp string or something like that, some kind of twine, and I'm going to use that to attach the notebooks. Now, as I was getting ready to put the notebooks in, I decided that I wanted to go ahead and just quickly bind them so that the pages wouldn't slip around in there, because if I just attach them to the notebook, the pages could definitely still slip around. So I grabbed an awl tool and poked some holes in there, and then grabbed some old sock yarn, because that's nice and thin but like thicker than thread, so it's nice and sturdy, and just whipped that through with a big needle and tied it off so that they would stick together as actual books. And then it was just attaching the notebooks into the cover. Now they're just tied with like a shoelace tie, like the way you would tie your shoes. And that's because I wanted to be sure that these notebooks could be refillable. Basically, if he finishes a notebook, we can put a new notebook in. And they're super easy to make because it's just cardstock and printer paper. Okay, the final gift is done. I actually think this turned out really pretty amazing. I kind of want one for me now. So he opens it up and you've just got all the different journals, and yeah, that is really cool. I really like it. All right, I'm going to get these wrapped up after baby Firefly wakes up, because in order to get to the gift bags, I would have to wake up baby Firefly. So we're not gonna do that right now. Instead, I'm gonna get to work cleaning up the kitchen. Wow, I feel so productive today. Like if I did nothing else today, I feel like this was enough. But I have time in my day, so we're gonna do more. And yeah, I do need to really clean up the kitchen and stuff. So I'm gonna go work on that, and I don't know, we'll just go from there. Oh, and I'm supposed to go to a Hanukkah party tonight. Like, oh my goodness, all the things, all the things. Let's go. All right, while I'm cleaning up from Shabbat here and from my crafting, I'm going to tell you guys a really funny story. It makes me laugh because this just all went down a couple of days ago, but the story is literally like a decade in the making. Okay, so y'all have heard me talk about this scarf that I want to knit for Mr. Firefly before. If you haven't, I'll fill you in briefly. When we first got married, so over a decade ago, his birthday was rolling around, which is around Hanukkah, and I was like, oh, well, I'll make him a scarf. You know, we didn't really have any money when we first got married. We were very, very broke, and we couldn't really afford to like buy something, but I had yarn, and I was like, you know what, I will make him a scarf. I can make something. I'll knit the scarf. And so I started trying to knit the scarf. Well, I never finished it. And then over the years, I have repurchased yarn and tried to start again, and I just could never get it right. And so I have started and ripped apart countless scarves over the years and never finished one. So this year, with Hanukkah and his birthday approaching, I mentioned to him casually that I was ripping apart another scarf because it still just wasn't turning out right. And he says to me, he goes, you know, I don't really want a scarf. And I was like, what? And he's like, no. So all of this decade of him teasing me that he doesn't have a scarf and how his neck is cold, and me kicking myself and trying to get the stupid scarf to work, he doesn't even want one. So I will no longer be attempting to knit Mr. Firefly a scarf. I did, however, hold up baby Firefly this morning while he was home, and I said, happy birthday, I made you this. And yeah. Okay, so baby Firefly woke up for a little bit and then was just up with us while we were kind of doing things. He is back down for a nap now. So the big kids and I worked on cleaning up the kitchen and getting some laundry done and stuff like that. Just kind of like powered through it all and got stuff done really quickly, which was awesome. They are in there eating some lunch right now, which is just some leftover chicken from Shabbat. And I have been in here on my computer working on some school stuff. We are about to finish our first term for the year and start on our second term. So I have some planning to do for second term, which I just need to space out over this week. I don't have to get it done today, but since I had a few minutes, I sat down. So now we still have a few hours left before we need to leave for the party this evening, for the Hanukkah party. So I am gonna go arrange our board for school. I like to write everything up on a big whiteboard and then we can get started on that. Normally we do school in the mornings. Today, obviously, we did not, but we had other things going on and I'm getting it all done. I cannot even believe this, you guys. I'm feeling really awesome today. All right, let's go write the stuff and get started on school. I make these weekly spreadsheets, and that really helps me keep organized. So all I have to do when it's time to get ready for school is come out and write down a list for the kids to do. And then my kids, as they are finishing things, either they or I will cross the items off the list there on the whiteboard. And when the list is gone, they're done with school. So normally I would have this done the night before, but you know, last night that didn't happen, but that's okay. It got done and we were able to get to school. Certain omens began to appear, worrying Cassius to the point that he suggested delaying the fighting as long as possible. Now, when they came to muster their armies, Octavius Caesar took the muster of his army within the trenches of his camp and gave his men only... Min quickly let go of the hound pup's tail and rolled downhill to a trout stream where she fed greedily. The next summer cloudburst, Min saw mile after mile of charred logs on the river bottom. To her, they were as natural as boulders. Yet had she been human, they would have told a sad story. Okay, we are done with school. That is pretty exciting. My oldest is still finishing up a couple of things, but he's doing that on his own. We've got less than an hour till the Hanukkah party starts tonight, so we're going to start getting ready to go here pretty quick. And that's what's happening here. So I'll take you guys to the Hanukkah party tonight. It's so funny. I thought this video was going to be like a couple of days long, like 3 days long. But I think today might just be a day by itself. But I'll keep filming all week and it'll be different videos. There's going to be 3 videos total for Hanukkah for you guys so that you guys can be here for the whole week with me. But today's been kind of exciting. I feel like there's been a lot going on. The rest of the week, maybe not as much. But anyways, for now, today is probably going to be a video in and of itself, but that's exciting. Okay, but anyhow, yeah, so we're going to be getting ready here pretty soon to head out to the party, and that's what we're doing. Okay, we are back home from the party now. It was really, really fun. I didn't film a whole lot there because it was really crowded and I was keeping up with kids and wanting to be respectful about film other people and things like that. So here's a little bit of the party. There was a lot of good food. There were different kinds of pasta and little mini pizzas and salad and latkes. And of course, fresh sufganiyot, which is what we call donuts for Hanukkah. There were a lot of activities there as well. There was a bubble show, there were art stations, and then my personal favorite, the photo bus. We took a lot of fun photos. There were a lot of balloons around for party decor, and as we were leaving, they told us to take some with us, so we were, of course, happy to oblige. So then we came home, and we just right away, we went ahead and started setting up our Hanukkah so that we could light that. And the kids were playing with some dreidels at the same time. I guess they got them at the party because I don't know where they came from other than that. And then we lit our Hanukkah and we sang some songs, and that is it for us tonight. Did get sufganiyot donuts at the party, so I don't feel obligated to make any tonight. I do hope to make some tomorrow though. And I almost forgot there, after we lit the Hanukkah, we also gave out presents to the kids. They were so excited. It was really nice to see how much they appreciated the handmade aspect of their gifts. And of course, they just really, really loved the gifts because they were all very personal to interests that they have right now and things that they enjoy. So it was really fun to see all of that. My son loved his journal. My daughter loved her stuffed pony. And little dude here was so excited about his apron. But anyways, it's still not bedtime yet, but it is probably baby Firefly's bedtime. So I'm going to go ahead and call this video a close so that I can go take care of him and get him down for the evening. Stay tuned because my next video will pick up here tomorrow with more Hanukkah fun. All right, with that, we're going to go ahead and call this video a close. Please hit that subscribe button if you have not yet done that. I would absolutely love to see you here again. And be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Give this video a like if you enjoyed. It helps my channel out a lot. So for that, I thank you. And with that, we are done. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy Hanukkah if you are celebrating. And I will see you all in my next video. With that, I'm going to go ahead and call this video a close. Please hit that subscribe button if you have not yet hit that subscribe. What am I even? I can't tonight.